In the future, people will say hi to their neighbours.
In the future, people will invite newcomers into their homes and embrace them warmly.
In the future, children will express how they feel through art and dance with their peers in the afternoon.
In the future, people have a better understanding about others process their emotions.
In the future, people will turn their music up that little bit louder and move their bodies in strange and unexplainable ways.
In the future, people will laugh, sing and dance.
In the future, people will go to see shows. They will laugh, mingle and share stories together.
In the future, my nan is going to write a novel.
And in the future, my brother's going to learn to paint.
In the future, I am going to learn to sing.
In the future, I will understand the challenges you face.
In the future, I won't judge you.
In the future, we'll be able to talk freely.
In the future, people will dance freely and feel the emotions of the music.
In the future, people will get lost in their own wonderlands.
Finally did it. I finally beat you! And all I had to do was not reveal my evil plan. Why do we villains always do that? Why do we have this strange need to tell you all our evil plans before we do them? That always gives you time for that last minute save, that last minute effort that gets you through. Or maybe you find some flaw in our plan that you're able to exploit. Well, not this time. This time, it was kill first, gloat later. This is so much better. I get to brag now. Bragging is so much better than revealing the evil plan. Time for a victory dance on your grave!
To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and, by opposing, end them. To die, to sleep, no more. And by sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life, for who would bear the whips and scorns of time? The oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of disprized love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin. Who would fathers bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. Thus conscience does make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied over with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great picture moments with this regards, their currents turn awry, and lose the name of action.
In the future, we will be curious. Our homes filled with books from all corners of the world.
In the future, storytelling will not only be an art of escapism, but recognised as a process of education.
In the future, families will gather around in their living rooms and watch shows about children's stories, or about a futuristic submarine which travels between technologically advanced worlds.
And they will argue and debate over the characters and the plot lines, but at the end of the night they will hug each other before they go to bed.
In the future, you'll meet me over a drink, and we can talk about the experiences we've shared together, how our lives have intertwined and connected.
In the future, we'll wear colours and bold fabrics with quirky designs. We'll enjoy getting dressed as an act of art.
In the future, the parks will be filled with men doing group yoga and all-male Shakespeare.
In the future, every single teenager will play an instrument and make their own music. And puberty will be known as the bleating of trumpets, or the banging of drums, or the melodic popping of a glockenspiel.
Is it wrong to look at her like that? Watching her long red hair neatly get tucked behind her ear as she concentrates on the paper in front of her. Oh, how I wish I were the one pushing her hair behind her ear. I wish I were the one buying her coffee that she'd inevitably spill over a few pages as she worked. She's just so nice to look at. Her rosy red cheeks that glow in the light and her soft rounded lips that look how clouds feel. Is it wrong that I'm thinking about how they'd feel pressed against my cheek? Her freckles form constellations that I see each time I close my eyes. I get lost in them. Her eyes shine so bright, I wondered, did she steal the sun? She started painting pictures in my mind. Pictures of us. She calls me up. She reminds me of fresh fallen rain and gingerbread cookies. I want to buy her flowers. She's so beautiful to me, and I wish things were different. I wish I didn't feel wrong for looking at her like that. I wish I wasn't so scared to be looking at her like that. I want to show her how much I love the way she concentrates on the little things. She cares for me. And that's what makes this harder. To push her away from me. It's warmer where she is and it's safer by her side. It always has been. But I can't be what she wants. I'm not ready to face the struggle yet. I'm not ready to face the criticism loving her will bring from the people close to me. It's so cold when we're apart. But maybe with time things will change. I won't be scared to love her or look at her the way I look at freshly brewed coffee. It won't last forever, this feeling. Eventually I will be ready. One day I'll be there and I won't be scared.
I know it's hard to believe that when people say, I know how you feel, but I actually know how you feel. I was seeing someone who was also seeing someone, and it wasn't until that moment that he broke my heart. That you can ache in places that I didn't even know that could ache.
And it doesn't matter how many times you dye your hair or how many pink gins you drink or how much you eat your own body weight in cake. You still go to bed every night going over every possible thing that you could have done wrong. And how in the hell, for that brief moment, you could have been so happy. You even convinced yourself that he'll call or text in to tell you that he's changed his mind. But after that, however long that is, you go somewhere new. And you'll put your favourite music on and you'll dance. You'll sing your lungs out to the lyrics. Or you'll go to the pictures or to the theatre with your friends and you'll watch your favourite film. And you'll be so captivated in that moment that you'll forget what's going on around you. And you'll fall in love with life again, with yourself again. And all that fuzzy stuff, that begin to fade.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. And this house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. Wonder this time where she's gone. I know. Hey, I'll leave the young thing alone, 'cause ain't no sunshine when she's gone. No, no. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and his house just ain't no home anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away.
In the future, we will be more open and less suspicious of each other.
In the future, I will appreciate that my experiences are not the same as yours.
In the future, we will debate, I will listen to you, I will value your experiences.
In the future, we will listen to one another with intentness and compassion.
In the future, we will talk to one another, understanding we have much to learn from each other.
In the future, we'll know that our view of the world is valid, but not the only one.
In the future, I won't make you fit my desires or my way of being in the world.
Have you ever felt you're born into the wrong world? A world that's too tough to live in or just isn't your way of life? If you had the choice to change the world you're in and be in a complete different one that's full of mystery, magic and something you'd only see in fantasy movies, comics or anime, would you take the choice and leave behind the world you know, or would you stay in the world you're in? The story is about me and how I changed my life to live in a unique world that doesn't have Wi-Fi or anything modern, but it does have something so much more breathtaking that I wouldn't change the world for, and that is magic, the strange animals, and the way you have to strategise your skills as a person to protect the bonds and claim victory to what you have trained and worked for, alongside creatures and strange people that are now my new family in this world. When I first arrived in this strange world, I was hit by berry blossoms, skyscraping trees, and dragons flying peacefully above, and two strange armed creatures speaking a high-pitched whistle that adjusted slowly for me to understand them, as it was all overwhelming at first, and I was unable to focus on one thing. Once I settled in, I was greeted as a saviour from an unknown land and was given a mission to save Engard, the city of elves and animal-like people that laughed and shopped in the mini markets, and wizards that cast crazy spells to perform and to fight, which gave me the rush of excitement and a feeling of importance, knowing that this world made me their saviour. I then went under critical training of combat and magic, and I had to learn how to strategise my movements when doing the dancing sword technique and long spell casting, and I had to learn how to survive in such little time before I was sent out on my mission, as Engard was relying on me.
Hey guys, I'm talking to you today because I want to discuss my GLAS award that I won about 5 years ago at Oldham College for Best Performed Student. Now, who thought this was a good idea? I mean, a GLAS award. I mean, not only is it a rubbish design, as it's incredibly sharp, but what happens if you sugar do stuff like that and drop it? I mean, I have autism, which is basically diagnosed clumsiness. Oh, why the hell was it be a good idea giving me a GLAS award?
Yeah, I'll pass us your coat. I'll pop it in there. Do you want a brew? Yeah? 2 sugars. No worries. I've already brewed the kettle, so it'll only take me 2 minutes. How have you been anyway? Good. Yeah, Darren and the kids are fine. There you are, there's your brew. Oh. So, how have we been? I know it feels like ages since we've seen each other. I know. Yeah. You look brilliant though. See, we've been the opposite ends here. I've just not bothered and you've absolutely done brilliant. Can't believe it. 5 stone. Oh, well done. Oh, good for you. No, I'm dead chuffed for you. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that. I don't know. I mean, I've not put loads on, but you know, put a little bit on. Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, so have you got yours booked? Yeah, we've got ours booked as well. Yeah, we're going to Turkey. Oh, I can't wait. We've got this big resort as well, so we're all inclusive. So it's going to be dead easy with kids because we can just let them run free. Basically, obviously we've got to watch them around the pools and stuff, but so it's all inclusive, and it's got like 3 pools and like a hot tub and a spa, and it's got kids clubs. So me and Darren are booked to go into the spa. Yeah, where are you going? Oh, gorgeous. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm jealous. I say I'm jealous. It's not like I've not got a holiday booked myself. I know. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, fab. Well, it's what we need after all this that we've been through. We deserve a little bloody break. It's been so stressful, and just, I mean, the working from home would be the hardest part, because with me being at home, the kids just think mum's at home, but they don't understand mum's got to work. Do you know what I mean? And then it's just been a nightmare, but they have been good, and Darren's been really helpful with it. Like, how's your mum doing? Yeah, she better. Oh God, I thought, honestly, I couldn't believe it when you told me. No, it's awful, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So. Oh yeah, and the resort, it's right near the sea, so it's got these like dolphin expeditions you can go on. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm so excited. I get to like swim with the dolphins and what have you. Yeah. Really? Oh my God. You can't believe it, can you? I know. Honestly, it's just been weird, hasn't it? It's just been so weird, but I'm glad everything's, you know, we're getting to the light at the end of the tunnel, really, aren't we? Yeah, yeah. So how have the kids been with you working from home? Have they been alright? Yeah. What are you doing for his birthday? Alright. Oh, that'll be lovely, yeah. Oh, there's some lovely places up there, yeah. Me and Darren have been a few times. Yeah. Yeah, we stayed in one of them as well, like it's like a log cabin kind of thing, yeah. Oh yeah, it was lovely. Have you got a hot tub? Oh yeah, oh you'll have so much fun. But it's only, and like we did that because obviously Phoebe was only young then, so we just did a few nights, like a long weekend, but we had a gorgeous time, yeah. Yeah. Really? Oh yeah. Oh, I know, it's just, you can, honestly, it's unbelievable what's going on this year though. Like, I can't believe what's happened and, oh, excuse me, and everything like that. It's just weird. But yeah, like I said, we are out of it now, so hopefully we'll be able to meet up again and we can meet up with the rest of the mums. Because I'd love to see everybody again. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I know, it's just been bizarre. Yeah. Yeah, well, my works, they're still letting us work from home. A lot of us, you know, it's more convenient because a lot of us, we pay for childcare and things like that. Whereas if we're working from home, you know, it's easier. Like, we can drop the kids off, pick the kids up and what have you, because we're from home. So yeah, so they've been really good. Like, they've changed our hours and stuff, so it's been brilliant. Yeah. Oh, you know, I'm so glad we managed to have a catch up. It's just been ages since I've seen you. I know. Yeah, definitely we'll go for some lunch. Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, I'm still waiting for my bloody ring though, aren't I? Because, yeah, well, I'm hoping when we go on holiday, you might, because it's my 30th then. Yeah, it's my 30th the day after we get there. So I'm hoping that while we're there, he might, I don't know, he's not very romantic though, you know what he's like, he's a nightmare. Yeah, so I'm hoping that I might get my ring sometime soon. We've been together bloody long enough. Yeah, I know. Oh, well, yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's been lovely to see you. Alright, see you soon.
Hey guys, it's Stacey and welcome back to my channel. So I've just woken up, I put a little bit of makeup on and got some chill clothes on, and today we're just going to do a vlog style video with me and Gary. So yeah, I hope you come on this journey with me and yeah, enjoy the video. So did you find that long green thing that we got from Sainsbury's?
You mean a courgette?
Don't tell me what the fuck it's called, Gary.
I was just trying to...
No, you were belittling me, Gary. That's what you were doing. Look, if you speak to me like that again, I'm going to put that courgette right up there. Yeah. Oh, shit. So, I just wanted to ask you guys a question. Do you know Jenny? Do you know Jenny? Alright. Has anybody shopped at Sainsbury's recently? Then you know who Jenny is. She has long brown hair, the chest of Pamela Anderson, and the face of a horse. Anyway, we passed her at Sainsbury's because I wanted to get some sweet and sour sauce to make some sweet and sour chicken for Gary and his mates. And we come across her in the spices aisle, and I just see Gary staring at her paprikas. And I'm just like, I haven't got time for this. So I just tap Gary on the shoulder, just like, Gary, stop looking at her jugs. Stop. We found the aisle with the mugs on. I found this really cute doggy mug. Like, it was so cute. Its paws were like this. It was smiling. It had its tongue sticking out. It was so cute. It was really cute. It was a doggy on a mug. It was so cute. So I went to show Gary in. Yeah, you guessed it. It wasn't Megan the Stallion. It was Jenny. Jenny the Stallion. She came plodding along with her massive hoofs, looking at me just like, hey, would you like some help? No, Jenny, I don't want your help. I think I know how to pick out a mug. All I wanted to do with this mug, right, was take it to the till, pay for it, and then go home. But guess who needed help? Guess who needed help choosing out a mug? Gary. Like, hello? Gary? What do you need to know about a mug? What do you need to know about finding the perfect mug? What contents go into a mug? Tea! It's tea, Gary. I'm spilling the tea. Guess what? I'm spilling the tea on Gary and Jenny from Sainsbury's.
Stacey, are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. Why?
Well, it's just I can hear shouting from downstairs.
Shouting? What do you mean I'm shouting? No, I'm alright. Everything's fine. Did you find that courgette?
No, it's still stuck.
Oh, well, we're just going to have to use cucumber instead. It's basically the same thing.
Okay, I'm just going to pop down to Sainsbury's.
What? You're going to Sainsbury's?
Yeah.
Oh, alright then, no worries. Alright, bye. Wait, what the fuck? Gary?
I remember walking down the street in Manchester to meet my sister to go to the theatre. I meet up with her and she hands me my ticket and a complimentary programme. Then she takes me to my seat and I'm bored. I know. I'll go on my phone. Something funny, so I decide to show her. And she looks at me with a look. So I take one more look at my phone, and then I put my phone away.
I arrive at the Liverpool Arena with pink gin, which is fighting through my bloodstream, music blaring out the speakers, smoke machines, which filled my lungs, leaving a nasty taste of disinfectant in my mouth.
I'm in my room, or maybe the kitchen. Maybe there's no one else in the house, or maybe there's someone minding their own business in the next room. I feel fine, I think.
I can't believe I finally get to buy my first comic book. The anticipation's building like a bomb you know is about to go off.
It was opening night. I look out into the audience and all I can see is a flood of heads that filled the entire theatre. I was a bag of nerves.
I'm still bored.
It became difficult to breathe.
The songs were so loud and destructive. I felt so in my zone.
I'm not warm and I'm not cold, I'm in the middle. Like when it's winter and you've got a hoodie and fuzzy socks on, but you're still wearing shorts. That's how I feel. Like I'm in the middle.
And then all of a sudden, bang!
Performance starts.
When the song starts and I hear that first piano note,
I felt such a surge of energy.
And I'm laughing.
it's like I'm being snapped out of some daydream.
This Batman comic is perfect.
I'm laughing constantly and constantly and constantly.
It was like I could perform at like 200% speed.
The action, the thrill of actually seeing a Batman comic in my hands.
I heard the song and I remembered it as clear as day. A song where when things are heavy and grey.
It's like the singer is saying all the things I can't, like someone finally gets it.
Beating up bad guys and disregarding the rules.
I drank more drinks to ease the pain.
Finally having this comic book, it's such a release.
The performance ends.
And all I wanted to do is
stand and applaud. I remember leaving the theatre thinking,
oh, I was knackered.
Wow, what an experience.
In the future, I will understand love beyond youthful, nostalgic notions.
In the future, I will develop the capacity to forget my own needs, my own thirst and my own hunger in order to satisfy yours.
In the future, I'll understand the love of another who's nothing like me, who don't speak like me or look like me, and I'll react with love to them.
In the future, the homeless person on the street won't be there anymore.
In the future, my fear will still be there, but it won't stop me from welcoming you and making you feel at home.
In the future, you'll be allowed to treat your colleagues with compassion.
In the future, you will be treated with compassion.
In the future, you will still have problems and you will still struggle to face them, but you'll also know joy.
I stood there, in front of the stand, in front of my classmates, ready to present my heart on my sleeve. As I was waiting for Alex to play the song, I started to gather up the notes on my phone, and my hands began to shake uncontrollably. I started to become bewildered at the fact that I am presenting this to my whole course. The last thing I wanted to do was step into the neurotypical mindset to present myself different from everybody else and think that all that hard work of trying to blend in with everyone was a waste, was for nothing. But then I see him sat there, smiling yet confused as to why I am still standing. It gave me a sense of comfort, a presence of power, a realisation that I could do this. I nodded. I took a big breath of air which tingled down my throat, and the music started to play. When that string pulled back, the impulse of that note made me feel light and happy. My focus and attention was all over the place as my hands and feet started to move even more than they normally would. And even though I was in a room full of people, I felt isolated in my own challenges. But it was worth it. As art should be shared with the ones you love. Don't let your disability become your barrier. Have it become your asset. As without my love of performing and my autism, I wouldn't have expressed what I expressed to the man I love.
Champion world, Rocky Balboa!
I was 14 at the time. That's when I lost my first fight. I was at Icompton Park, and this guy, what was his name? Tom, that was his name. He was just taking the mick. He was taking the mick all night. making me look like an idiot. So I stood up to him. He didn't like that. Punched me in the face. Not one time, not 2 times, not 3 actually I can't remember how many times he punched me in the face. All I know is I lost that fight. But do you know what I'm glad I lost that fight, because I don't think I'd be the man I am today if I hadn't. I wouldn't have the drive, the perseverance to get up and start fighting.
Would you like a chocolate? I remember my mum always used to say, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. I remember a story a couple of years ago. I had just been diagnosed with depression, and I was on my way out of class, and I was going to my D&D session, and my support worker, Dom, he pulled me over to one side and he said, "Josh, are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm alright." And then he said, "Are you sure you're okay?" And he took me out into the corridor and he said, "Josh, you can tell me anything." And I said to him, "I've recently been diagnosed with depression." And he pulled me in and hugged me and said, "Josh, you are very brave." And then, as I walked back into the classroom, I thought to myself, life really is like a box of chocolates.
I remember a day a couple of years ago when I was working at my local football club. I worked with my sister in the local tea bar. Me and her would sell food to the fans and, just have a chat with them. But sometimes my job entitled me to be a bit more. I had to work for them. Well, it's probably best that I show you what happened. Dinner is served. Explain this. Explain what? Explain why I'm not being served with a decent meal. I'm sorry, sir. I can fetch you something else. No excuses. I will report your name for that. Stupid boy. It got to the point where I decided no more. So I packed my things and I left. But I remember one day I came home and I got a phone call of someone. The number was unknown, but I thought I may as well answer it because it could be important. Hello? "Please come back," screamed right down my ear. Sorry? All the fans wrote in saying that they weren't happy with the change of staff. Good gracious. You got rid of them? Why would you do such an idiotic thing? So it ended with them begging me to come back. I gave them some terms and conditions, which they agreed to immediately. And I thought to myself, wow, I'm a young lad who has got people who think they're above me to beg me to come back. What does that tell you?
You must stay at home because the critical thing we must do, shopping, absolutely necessary.
It's impossible for me to predict given the uncertainty. I can't save every job. 9 million people had their jobs protected. Protect larger numbers of people through the winter months.
The lights are illuminated, but the doors are firmly shut. The effects on arts, culture and entertainment industries across the world was instant and devastating. A sector worth 13 billion in the UK alone, now entirely shut down.
I have always had a burning ambition to sing Evita on the London Palladium stage. I have always had a love for the arts and theatre. What I have learned, dreadful crisis. Theatre and culture play such an intrinsic part, ecosystem of the West End.
We must stay at home because the critical thing we must do, shopping, absolutely necessary. We must stay at home because the critical thing we must do, shopping, absolutely necessary.
It's impossible for me to predict given the uncertainty. I can't save every job. 9 million people had their jobs protected. Protect larger numbers of people through the winter months. It's impossible for me to predict given the uncertainty. I can't save every job. 9 million people had their jobs protected. Protect larger numbers of people through the winter months.
The lights are illuminated, but the doors are firmly shut. The effects on arts, culture and entertainment industries across the world was instant and devastating. A sector worth 13 billion in the UK alone, now entirely shut down. The lights are illuminated, but the doors are firmly shut. The effects on arts, culture and entertainment industries across the world was instant and devastating. A sector worth 13 billion in the UK alone, now entirely shut down.
I have always had a burning ambition to sing Evita on the London Palladium stage. I have always had a love for the arts and theatre. What I have learned, dreadful crisis. Theatre and culture play such an intrinsic part, ecosystem of the West End. I have
We've always had a burning ambition to sing Evita on the London Palladium stage. I have always had a love for the arts and theatre. What I have learnt, dreadful crisis. Theatre and culture play such an intrinsic part, ecosystem of the West End.
We must stay at home because the critical thing we must do, shopping, absolutely necessary. We must stay at home because the critical thing we must do, shopping, absolutely necessary. We must stay at home because the critical thing we must do, shopping, absolutely necessary. We must stay at home because the critical thing we must do, shopping, absolutely necessary. You must.
It's impossible for me to predict given the uncertainty. It's impossible for me to predict given the uncertainty. It's impossible for me to predict given the uncertainty. I can't save every job. 9 million people have their jobs protected. Protect larger numbers of people through the winter months. It's impossible for me to predict given the uncertainty. It's impossible for me to predict given the uncertainty. It's impossible for me to predict given the uncertainty. I can't save every job. 9 million people have their jobs protected. Protect larger numbers of people through the winter months. It's impossible for me to predict given the uncertainty. It's impossible for me to predict given the uncertainty. It's impossible for me to predict given the uncertainty. I can't save every job. 9 million
lights are illuminated, the doors are firmly shut. The effects on arts, culture and entertainment industries across the world was instant and devastating. A sector worth 13 billion in the UK alone, now entirely shut down. The lights are illuminated, the doors are firmly shut. The effects on arts, culture and entertainment industries across the world was instant and devastating. A sector worth 13 billion in the UK alone, now entirely shut down. The lights are illuminated, but the doors are firmly shut. The effects on arts, culture and entertainment industries across the world was instant and devastating. a sector worth 13 billion in the UK alone, now entirely shut down. The lights are illuminated, the doors are firmly shut. The effects on arts, culture and entertainment industries across the world was
I have always had a burning ambition to sing. I have always had a burning ambition to sing. I have always had a burning ambition to sing. Evita. Evita on the London Palladium stage. Eve, Eve, ecosystem. Eve, Eve, ecosystem on the west end. I've always had a burning ambition to sing. I have always had a burning ambition to sing. I have always had a burning ambition to sing. Evita. Evita on the London Palladium stage. Eve, Eve, ecosystem. Eve, Eve, ecosystem on the west end. I've always had a burning ambition to sing. I've always had a burning ambition to sing. I've always had a burning ambition to sing. Evita on the London Palladium.
On the London Palladium stage.
E, ecosystem. Ecosystem on the west end.
It's impossible for me to predict given the uncertainty. It's impossible for me to predict given the uncertainty. It's impossible for me to predict given the uncertainty. I can't say that every job. 9 million people had their jobs protected. Protect larger numbers of people through the winter months.
The lights are illuminated, but the doors are firmly shut. The effects on arts, culture and entertainment industries across the world was instant and devastating. A sector worth 13 billion in the UK alone, now entirely shut down.
You must stay at home. It is the critical thing we must do. Shopping, absolutely necessary.
The lights are illuminated, but the doors are firmly shut.
You must stay at home.
I have always had a love of,
because the critical thing we must do.
Entirely shut down.
I can't say.
Arts, culture and entertainment industries, a sector worth 13 billion in the UK alone,
play such an intrinsic part.
Absolutely necessary.
It's impossible for me to predict given the uncertainty.
What I have learned.
I can't save.
Evita.
The lights are illuminated, but the doors are firmly shut.
You must stay at home.
I have always had a love of.
The critical thing we must do.
Entirely shut down.
I can't save.
Arts, culture and entertainment industries, a sector worth 13 billion in the UK alone,
plays such an intrinsic part.
Absolutely necessary.
It's impossible for me to predict given the uncertainty.
What I've learned.
I can't save.
Evita.
I was finishing my night shift off at work when my colleague, Donald.
No, it's Tim. The name's Tim.
I was finishing my night shift off at work when my colleague, Tim, taps me on my shoulder. He asked me to put his bins out. I said, piss off. He said, you're a woman. You clean. So I called him a sexist pig. Oh, honey, now. No. You know, I bet you look at me and think, God, I bet she's had everything,
Were you wrong? I worked my arse off to be where I wanted to be. Because I wanted to do better. Be better. I wanted to feel like a somebody. After forever of feeling so long of feeling like a nobody. Come on! Timing! Yes! Yes! Fame!
I woke up early for this. Did my hair, my makeup, made sure to warm up my voice, picked out the perfect clothes.
Ew.
I got to the theatre early, squeezed through the crowd of strangers, and met up with my class to find my friend, who would become my co-star. The audition was about to start, and I was so excited. We could win this. We could show all those fancy colleges with their common rooms and working water fountains that we can be just as good as them. Success stories always happen in places like this, to people like this. And then it starts. Oh God. The person before us has the voice of an angel. It's like they've been drinking honey and lemon tea and practicing scales since they were born. That's fine. Good for them. We could still win. Then another. And another. Then us. My mouth is dry and I choke on the lyrics and my eyes are blurry from the pounding in my chest. I don't sound like I did when I was practicing. I sound awful. Suddenly, it's like all the magic has disappeared. The clothes I picked feel like rags. My hair a tattered mess and my enthusiasm misplaced. These posh kids must think I'm pathetic. It's not that I'm bad, just bad compared to them.
I don't want to talk about it. I really don't want to talk about it. Because I went to this stupid acting job. After days of learning my lines and preparing myself for what? For an agency who doesn't even care about how good you are. It's all about looks, and I walked in there and everyone was tall and pretty. I can't compete with that. It's all it's about nowadays, just who's got the looks. No talent, just looks. I felt horrible. Because I went in there and I felt them all staring at me like I was the oddball. That geek in the corridor that everyone always bullied. I literally felt like that, and I could feel them staring at me. Maybe I'm just not enough. Maybe after years of rehearsing and draining myself over shows, I'm just at that stage of being too old. Just not caring. Maybe I'm not enough. I need to see that and grow up and move on, because I'm never going to have a life just getting rejected and feeling shit about myself for weeks and just lying in bed. That's not what it's about. I'll try again. Just leave me alone.
In the future, you will hold your friend, your mother, your cousin or your cat, and we will dance.
In the future, we'll learn through laughter.
In the future, we will sing at the top of our lungs and caw badly into the night.
The future is ours.
The future is ours.
The future is ours.
The future is for you.
The future is for you.
The future is for you.
It is for us.
It is for us.
It's for us.
The future is a possibility.
The future can be totally different.
If we work it, and if we're brave enough.
If we believe in ourselves.
If we act with and for each other.